Hi, my name is Josh, and I am a wargaming noob. And here it is, Hail Caesar, the Roman invasion of Britain, the two-player starter for Warlord Games Hail Caesar. This is a great way to get into historical wargaming, as the rule set for Hail Caesar is quite easy to learn. So again, great way to get into it. I'm going to turn this box over so we can take a closer look. You're going to have the Imperial Romans and the Celts, and what you get in this box is an A5 size version of the rulebook. You'll get a quick start guide, 80 plastic Celts, 40 plastic Roman legionnaires. You'll get a Scorpion crew for the Romans. You'll have a Roman commander and a Celt chieftain on horse, and a bunch of decals and all that stuff. So we're going to go ahead, open this up, and we're going to take a look at what's inside. As you can see, here is your A5 version of the Hail Caesar rulebook. Give you, all the information you need to get started in playing, as well as some basic army information and all that fun stuff. So this is the quick start guide, and this will give you everything that you need to quickly get started in playing Hail Caesar. Gives you kind of background information on the invasion of Britain, and then it'll also give you further information about the armies that you're playing here, and then the basic sequence of play and basic rules so that you can play with a partner. So just flip through this real quick, and there you have it. These are your army lists, and it gives you the basic stats for the units that are included in this box. All right, you got your nifty little quick reference sheet, and this is very similar to stuff that is included with other Warlord games, so they put that in here so that you can have easy reference or easy access to the reference. They also include casualty markers. So, but the meat and potatoes of this box set is everything else that comes in here. As you can see, you get a ton of decals for your shields. These are the Roman ones, and then these are the Celt ones. You can see that the Celts have like very different designs for their shields. This was packed by Morella. Got your bag of dice, D6 dice. These are your metal leader figures, and this was packed by Chuck. And I'll take this out of the bag here. Here's your Roman general or leader. Your Celt chieftain. Got to remove some of this flash. There's his head. This will be easy to put together. And of course, the horses. And then you get a ton of sprues here. I think on one side you'll have your Romans, and on the other side your Celts. I'm just going to dig out the Celts. These are pretty much the same sprue. There may... Yeah, so these are all the same sprue. I don't see a command sprue here. If you were to get the Celt or Gallic Warrior box, it'd be the same, except there would be a command sprue in here. So you get 6 sprues of Celts, Celtic Warriors. Let's take a closer look at that. Different head options, legs, quite a few of them, torsos, shields, swords, and spears. And like I said, out of all the 6 sprues, these are all the same. Let me get this stuff out of the way and we'll take a look at the Romans. So first off, you have your Scorpion crew. And a Scorpion right there. It's a light Scorpion. And then you get, let's take a look at this here. Oh, this is another Celtic sprue. So I guess there's 7. Oh, I'm sorry. So, after digging through all the sprues, I was incorrect. You get 7 of these warrior sprues, and then you do get a command sprue. And you know that this is a command sprue by the war horn, or whatever this is called, and 2 options for a banner. So, yes. This set does come with the command sprue for the Celtic Wars. On the Roman side, you get the Light Scorpion with 2 crew. And then 4 Legionary sprues. In this Legionary sprue, you get a command sprue. You'll see the war horn in the banner. Multiple scutum, bodies, all that's good stuff. And then you get 3 of the regular Legionary sprue. Bodies, scutum, pila, swords, all that good stuff. So that's 3 of these guys. Those are all the same. 1 command sprue, and then the Light Scorpion. Lastly, you get a number of bases. Get the 2 round bases for your generals. Nothing special about these, you can see. Then you get an MDM base for your Scorpion. And then you get 3 plastic base sprues for the rest of your army. Normally you want to base them like 3 or 4 to the base, especially for the Celtic Wars, because you got a lot of them. But then you also have options to create, like 1 or 2, or 2 on these, 1 on these. These could be your Celtic Warrior skirmishers. Then you have like a smaller like line formation here. And these are all the same across the board. So, all right. What more can I say about the 2-player starter for Hail Caesar, the Roman invasion of Britain? This is a great way to get into historical wargaming, especially ancient wargaming if you're into that. I'm a big Roman history fan, so this is a great set for me to get into. The Celts, great army. I've played them against my son, and I've played well. They're very overwhelming. It's just their numbers are huge. If you are a Roman fan, or a fan of Roman history, and you want to be the Romans, these are the early imperial legions. So around the time of Emperor Augustus, in the game itself, you can also play the Caesarian starter. That's all going to be just a little bit different than these imperial guys. And then, of course, if you play the Celts, you can play or buy Boudica, and she can lead your overwhelming Celt force against the Roman invaders. So, again, great box set. You get a ton of figures. You get the full A5 sized rule book, quick start guide, quick reference card, and of course all the figures. Definitely a great way to get into ancient wargaming. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more unboxing videos from Wargaming Noob.